I'm Maria Su, the Executive Director for the Department of Children, Youth, and Their Families in the City of San Francisco. I think it's unfortunate to say that it's not a recent trend, the dropout rate, and that it's something that within the city we've been trying to tackle. Our system is based on this very rigid 9-month term cycle, and so if you start losing days from school, starting as early as kindergarten, then it's really hard to catch up because everything is moving at a 9-month rate. And there's very little opportunity to catch up. We're talking really about this tale of two cities. We have young people who are living and they're on track to graduate and to move on into the next phase in their lives relatively easily. And then we have this other group of young people who have just insurmountable barriers. One of the things that we're noticing in San Francisco is that there is a racial disparity around who graduates. But it's not just who graduates, but it's who graduates with all the required classes to then go on to college. Do they have sufficient skills to then make it in the real world? Quite frankly, they probably have more stress than we do. Because they're navigating not only social stress, but family stress and their own developmental changes. Those are the things that we need to really look into and figure out how we can create better policies to help our kids succeed. Because it's not enough for us to say, yes, we got them through high school and pat ourselves on the back and then move on to the next kid. I think it's really about how do we ensure that these young people have the skills necessary to really take them into that next phase in their life. And so one of the things that we do is provide funding for nonprofit agencies to partner with schools or to go into schools. And it's the thinking that these are the young people who really truly need to see the connection between what they're learning during the school day to the real world skills that are necessary to succeed. And it's so far helping and working. And I think it's that we need to actually do more of it. Adults have ideas of what young people need, but it is so much more powerful and meaningful when it comes from a young person themselves. When it's a young person that says, I deserve, I demand an opportunity to learn, to be educated. It is my civil right to be here, to be successful. It is my right to have this education and then to move forward so that I have an opportunity that this country is offering me. That is something that that can stir a movement and that can really change the way we as policymakers and leaders in the city think about education. This notion of dropout and this notion of academic failure is not just something that happens overnight. It's really something that is long-term, and I think that there are lots and lots of opportunities to intervene as both policymakers and leaders. And quite frankly, if we can change that trajectory by only 1 degree, the actual long-term is so much brighter, and it's the impact is huge. So I have to believe that it's possible. And I know that it is.